Zeno Race, including Rhymus from Daima. The Zeno Race represents the supreme rulers of existence. The most well-known among them are the Zeno duo, who sit at the very top of the hierarchy in the multiverse. With a mere thought, Zeno can erase entire universes instantly, making him one of the most feared beings across all realities. However, Dragon Ball Daima introduced a new figure that shook this perception: Rhymus, a super Majin-like being connected to the demon realm. According to the lore, Rhymus was the one who originally created the multiverse itself, acting under the will of an ancient supreme demon king. This positions him above even Zeno, since Zeno governs destruction, while Rhymus was the one responsible for creation on a cosmic scale. In terms of authority, Rhymus is implied to hold a power greater than the Omni Kings. His existence challenges the idea that Zeno is the absolute strongest, suggesting that there are beings tied to creation itself whose influence surpasses even the rulers of the multiverse. Eternal Dragons. The eternal dragons are mystical beings capable of granting wishes. The strongest among them is Super Shenron, who came into existence around year 41, right after the birth of the multiverse. He was created when the dragon god Zalama forged the Super Dragon Balls. Unlike the other dragons, there seems to be almost no limit to what Super Shenron can grant. For instance, he was able to restore every universe that was erased during the Tournament of Power by the Omni Kings. It's heavily implied that no other being besides him could have done this. However, that doesn't mean Super Shenron surpasses the Zeno duo. After all, Zeno managed to erase Infinite Zamasu, who had been made immortal.
I wish for you to swap my body with the body of the Saiyan Goku!
Through a wish granted by Super Shenron. Even then, considering how Frieza once plotted to use the Super Dragon Balls to rule over gods themselves, it seems these wishes can truly reshape everything, even the hierarchy of the Omni Kings. Super Shenron is also the largest living entity in the multiverse, so massive that he spans across galaxies in both Universes 6 and Universe 7. After fulfilling a wish, the Super Dragon Balls scatter once again across these two universes. Interestingly, all other eternal dragons are essentially offshoots of him. At some point after his creation, Namekians used shards from the Super Dragon Balls to forge smaller versions, which later gave birth to dragons like Earth's Shenron, Namek's Porunga, the Demon Realm's Porunga, and Torombo of planet Cerel. These other dragons also grant wishes, but their powers are restricted by their creator's abilities and the rules set upon them. For example, Earth's Shenron cannot revive someone who has been dead for more than a year, can't grant identical wishes more than once, and cannot kill someone directly. His strength is also capped below his creator, originally Kami and now Dende. On the other hand, Demon Realm's Porunga is much stronger. Torombo is unique because he requires only 2 Dragon Balls for summoning. Despite this, his granted wishes have been game-changing. Monotai wished for Bardock's children to flourish. Granola wished to be Universe 7's strongest warrior, and Alec wished the same for Gas. Yet these came with serious drawbacks. Granola lost much of his lifespan, Gas's body crumbled under the burden of overwhelming strength, and Monotai's wish overlooked the fact that Bardock had more than one son.
Angels. Among all Dragon Ball races, angels are considered the most flawless. They are led by the Grand Priest, who is stated in the manga to be the mightiest fighter across the multiverse. This makes sense, since the Omni Kings themselves are not fighters. The angels are the Grand Priest's children, and they originate from the angel realm. Out of them, 12 serve as mentors and attendants to the 12 gods of destruction. One exception was Maris, a trainee angel who violated angel law and was erased by the Grand Priest. However, the Grand Priest later revived him as a mortal. Despite his strict role, the Grand Priest showed compassion here. The angel most familiar to us is Whis, Beerus's attendant. Even now, Goku and Vegeta are nowhere near his level. Whis is essentially unbeatable. He casually revived Frieza, can rewind time by 3 minutes, and permanently exists in a state of perfect Ultra Instinct. All angels are naturally in this perfected state, making them impossible to surpass. Even Maris, though only a trainee, had perfected Ultra Instinct and became Goku's teacher in mastering it. Still, angels are bound by angel law. They cannot interfere in their universe unless given permission by their respective god of destruction. That's why Whis was only able to bring Frieza back because Beerus allowed it. Acting without permission would cause them to cease existing entirely. Saiyan. The Saiyans are regarded as the multiverse's greatest warrior race. Though not always the strongest by default, their potential for growth is limitless. Historically, most Saiyans had unimpressive power levels under 9,000, but rare individuals like Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and Gohan shattered mortal limits and pushed their power to extraordinary levels. A Saiyan's growth varies depending on their lineage. Pure-blooded Saiyans, like Goku and Vegeta, gain strength through intense training and surviving near-death situations, a phenomenon known as the Zenkai boost. Hybrids, like Gohan, however, can access overwhelming hidden potential with little effort. His Beast Gohan form is a prime example, strong enough to briefly overwhelm Goku in Ultra Instinct. Even Whis acknowledged Gohan as a potential god of destruction candidate, though Beerus declined due to his nature. Other hybrids, Goten, Trunks, Pan, and Bula, inherit immense potential too, though their growth is limited by lack of training or their young age. Then there's Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, a rare prodigy born once every 1,000 years. His growth rate is absurd, surpassing even Gohan's in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. He skyrocketed from being no match for base Vegeta to overwhelming both Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue within a single battle. His rapid growth is so extreme, it defies logic, as if he's a glitch in reality itself. Universe 6 Saiyans also display extraordinary growth. Fighters like Kaba and Khalifa rapidly advanced by learning from Goku and Vegeta. Unlike Universe 7 Saiyans, who destroyed their original homeland and later lost most of their people to Frieza, the Saiyans of Universe 6 still live peacefully on their planet, Sadala. This contrast shows that Saiyans aren't inherently savage. Rather, Universe 7 Saiyans chose a violent path that ultimately led to their downfall.
Frieza Race, also known as Frost Demons or the Lineage of Evil, are an exceptionally powerful species. Although little is known about their culture, a few members stand out: Frieza, King Cold, and Frost from Universe 6. However, Frieza and King Cold are special cases. Even among their own people, they're considered genetic anomalies or mutants, similar to how Broly is unique among Saiyans. The natural traits of this race already make them fearsome. They can survive in the vacuum of space, endure extreme injuries, and withstand catastrophic energy blasts. In Frieza's case, his potential skyrocketed after training. Within just 4 months, he achieved Golden Frieza, a form strong enough to battle Super Saiyan Blue. Later, he evolved further into True Golden Frieza, and most recently, Black Frieza, a form so overwhelming that he one-shotted Goku and Vegeta at their peaks. Achieving this required 10 years of intense training inside a special chamber, proving just how terrifying his natural potential is. Earthlings. Earth's humans may appear weak compared to other races, but a few individuals have shattered their natural limits. Most Earthlings have power levels in single digits, yet figures like Master Roshi and Krillin, both fully human, became strong enough to represent Universe 7 in the Tournament of Power. Their growth was possible thanks to learning how to harness Ki, a skill anyone can develop with training, as demonstrated when Gohan taught Videl to fly. Earthlings are diverse. Alongside regular humans, there are monster types like Emperor Pilaf, beastmen such as King Furry, and hybrid fighters. Tien, for example, is part of the Triclops lineage, an ancient alien race of three-eyed beings believed to possess true sight, a godlike ability to perceive reality beyond normal limits. Though Tien never fully mastered this due to his harsh training under Master Shen, he still became formidable enough to join Universe 7's team. Namekians. The Namekians originated in the demon realm before spreading to Universe 6 and 7. A legendary elder named Nia, alive for millions of years, was responsible for forging Dragon Balls using shards of the Super Dragon Balls. While most Namekians left the demon realm to escape oppression, Nia remained behind to guard these creations. In Universe 7, they mainly settled on planet Namek, though some lived on Earth and other worlds. Namekians are split into two categories: warrior types, focused on combat like Piccolo and Nail, and dragon types, focused on creation, healing, and wisdom. The strongest among them can even create Dragon Balls and unlock hidden potential in others. Abilities include regeneration, enhanced hearing, and the ability to greatly increase body size. Piccolo stands as their mightiest representative, especially after awakening his orange Piccolo form, rivaling Super Saiyan Blue. In Universe 6, warriors like Seonel and Purina became even stronger by fusing with many other Namekians, becoming Super Namekians.
Yardrats. The Yardrats are not known for raw strength, but rather for their mastery of spirit control, an advanced technique that allows abilities such as cloning, healing, gigantification, and most famously, instant transmission. After the battle with Frieza on Namek, Goku crash-landed on Yardrat and learned this technique from Elder Paibara. Later, Vegeta also trained with them, learning advanced spirit control techniques like forced spirit fission, which lets him undo fusions and return stolen energy. While peaceful by nature, they have shown their usefulness in critical moments. Yardrats also exist in Universe 2, where a warrior named Jimazu fought in the Tournament of Power, unlike his more pacifist counterparts in Universe 7. Cerelians. The Cerelians hail from planet Cerel. They look similar to humans, but are distinguished by green hair and an evolved right eye that gives them extraordinary vision. Their average lifespan reaches 200 years, and like Saiyans, they remain in their prime for much of it. Centuries ago, Cerelians coexisted peacefully with Namekians, until the Frieza Force, with help from Saiyans, invaded and destroyed their civilization. Nearly all were wiped out, except Granola, who survived as a boy. Later, manipulated by the Heaters, Granola used the Cerelian Dragon Balls to become Universe 7's strongest warrior, but this came at the price of reducing his lifespan to just 3 years.
God of Destruction. A god of destruction is a divine being whose role is to maintain balance in the universe by destroying planets, civilizations, or even deities when necessary. Each universe has its own god of destruction, and they act as counterparts to the Supreme Kais, who focus on creation. Among them, the most well-known is Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7. Beerus is portrayed as both comical and terrifying, with an unpredictable temper that could lead to the destruction of worlds at a whim. Despite his destructive role, Beerus values balance and only erases when it serves the natural order of the cosmos. Each god of destruction is paired with an angel attendant who trains and guides them while also ensuring they follow divine law. For example, Beerus' attendant is Whis, who not only keeps him in check, but also trains Goku and Vegeta. Other notable gods of destruction include Champa of Universe 6, who is Beerus' twin brother, and Belmod of Universe 11, whose strongest warrior is Jiren. Gods of destruction embody raw destructive energy known as Hakai, which can erase beings completely from existence. Their presence ensures that universes do not fall into overpopulation, stagnation, or imbalance, making them a necessary force despite their terrifying reputation.
Sugarians. The Sugarians are a peaceful, candy-like race of aliens. After losing their original homeland, they bought planet Cerel from the Heaters, unaware of its bloody past. They are not warriors and generally avoid conflict. Tuffles. The Tuffles were a highly advanced civilization on planet Plant in Universe 7 before being eradicated by the Saiyans under King Vegeta. Their legacy appeared in Dragon Ball GT through Baby, a bioengineered remnant of their DNA, who wreaked havoc before being defeated. Though extinct in Universe 7, Tuffles still exist in Universes 2 and 6, with some even appearing in the Tournament of Power. Jiren's Race. Little is known about Jiren's race except that they were powerful gray-skinned beings. Jiren himself was the last known survivor after a demonic villain wiped out his people. Raised and trained by Master Jichin, Jiren became so strong that he surpassed even his universe's god of destruction. Despite his overwhelming might, his isolation and obsession with strength alone proved to be his downfall in the Tournament of Power. Werewolves. Werewolf-like beings exist across multiple universes. In Universe 9, the trio of Danger, Bergamo, Lavender, and Basil, represented their universe in the Tournament of Power. Each brother had unique abilities such as absorbing damage, producing poison, or enhancing strength with drug fruits. Other versions exist, including those from Universe 4 and even Majin werewolves in the Demon Realm, who can shift between wolf and humanoid forms at will. Metal Men. Metal Men are robotic-like beings from Universes 6 and 7. Their bodies are incredibly dense, weighing thousands of tons, making them extremely tough. However, they are emotionally fragile. Insults can completely demoralize them, as seen with Magetta from Universe 6. Androids and Cell. Artificial beings have played a central role in Dragon Ball since the Red Ribbon saga. Dr. Gero, once a Red Ribbon scientist, turned himself into Android 20 and created Android 19, 17, 18, and 16. Android 17 and 18 were originally human twins forcibly modified, while Android 16 was modeled after Gero's deceased son. Gero's ultimate creation was Cell, designed from the genetic traits of Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, King Cold, and Frieza. His perfection relied on absorbing androids 17 and 18. Later, Dr. Gero's descendant, Dr. Hedo, created new androids such as the Gamma Twins and Cell Max. Although Cell Max was monstrously powerful, he lacked the perfected design of the original Cell, as he was built as a weapon of destruction rather than a fully developed life form. In Universe 3, nearly everything is mechanical, including their god of destruction, Moscow, who operates through a robotic shell.
Shinjin, also known as core people. The Shinjin are a divine race born from the mystical kaiju trees. These trees once produced new Shinjin every few centuries, with members from the same tree considered siblings. Sadly, as the trees died out, their numbers dwindled. Originally living in the demon realm, they later relocated to planet Kaishin. From their kind emerged the Supreme Kais, who oversee universes. While most Shinjin are benevolent, exceptions exist, like Zamasu, who turned against the gods themselves. Majin and Demon Realm. The Majin is a broad category, including Majin Buu, lesser demons, demon kings, and other beings of the demon realm. Majin Buu was originally created by a sorceress named Babiti's predecessor, though the process went wrong, producing the chaotic, destructive being we know. His unpredictable nature became his greatest weapon. Later, new Majin such as Majin Ku and Majin Du were formed from Buu's remains, though they never matched his destructive power. The demon realm itself is a structured society, ruled by supreme demon kings and lesser kings who divide the realm's territories. A legendary artifact, the evil third eye, grants immense magical power. In fact, one wielder became strong enough to defeat multiple versions of Super Saiyan 4 Goku before being bested. According to legend, the multiverse itself was once shaped by a good demon king who tasked a supreme Majin named Rhymus with its creation. Rhymus still holds immense authority, though whether it exceeds that of the Omni King Zeno remains uncertain.
The Heaters. The Heaters were a family of 4 siblings, Elec, Gas, Maki, and Oil, who acted as brokers for the Frieza Force. They thrived not through combat, but through wealth, manipulation, and strategic deals. Elec used the Cerelian Dragon Balls to make Gas the strongest in the universe, but this backfired when Frieza later killed both of them. Now, only Maki and Oil remain, with uncertain futures. Like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more such videos. Thanks for watching.